I escaped the hardest Minecraft server ever, the sus prison. And I didn't make this prison. One of my viewers messaged me and he said that he made the hardest Minecraft server ever. And he told me that there was no way I can escape it. So of course I told him to send me the IP and I logged on with the intention to easily escape this prison. So I spawned on one piece of bedrock in a room filled with bedrock. And there was a couple of things in this room. To my left, there was a small area with a golden pressure plate inside. And that had redstone leading to a piston with a netherite block. And then there seemed to be an entrance to a room. And the last area I saw was an area with a snow path. So I decided to jump down and explore this little area with the pressure plate. And it was a golden pressure plate that linked to some redstone. And it was covered by barrier blocks, so there was no way I could break it. And it led to an area covered by a piston and a netherite block. And then I went to check the snow path area, and it was just a long path of snow. And this looked to be the exit of the prison. And it looked like I needed to get an ender pearl or some way to cross the snow path to escape. But this wasn't any normal snow. It was powdered snow. And if I went on the powdered snow, I would either get frostbite and die or fall to my death and die. So I decided to check what was in the last room. And it was a lava waterfall. And it led to a 3-block wide area of water. But I wasn't sure if I should go inside. So I went back to the main room and tried to see if there was anything I could do. So I put together that I had to get an item to throw on the pressure plate to activate the piston to open it. But there was no items I could get anywhere in this room. So I decided to look for an item in the room with the lava waterfall. And down the lava fall was a 3-block hole with water. And when I turned around, it was an empty room with just 3 potion brewing stands. So I went to the one to the left and it had an empty glass bottle. So I took it, and then I went to the one in the middle and it had a magma cream, and the one all the way on the right had a blaze powder. And these were almost all the materials I needed for a fire resistance potion. All I needed now was a nether wart. So I looked around in the corners to see if there was any secret chests or anything like that. But I didn't find anything. So I decided to fill up my water bottle with the water that we used before. And I went in F5 to see if I missed anything. And when I did, I found out that there was a hidden chest behind the lava. And when I opened it, it had a nether wart. And now I had all the materials I needed to make a fire resistance potion. So I put the water inside the brewing stand, put blaze powder to charge it, and a nether wart to turn it into an awkward potion. And then with that awkward potion, I used my magma cream, and then it turned into a fire resistance potion. So now I was able to float all the way to the top and went back into the main room. And now I had a glass bottle, and that's all I needed to activate the piston. So I went to the golden pressure plate and I threw my glass bottle on it, and the piston activated and opened up. Then I made my way into the next room, and what I saw was a 2-block tall bedrock jump with a fence in the middle of a room. And right next to it was a water block surrounded by barrier blocks, which were unbreakable. And this water led to another room, but the only way I could get to this other room is by putting the fence gate on top of the water block so I could swim underneath it. And right next to that was another room with a hopper on top of a stair path. And I assumed in that hopper was an item, like a block. So then if I got that block, I would be able to jump over the 2-block high bedrock wall. So I jumped down into the room. And when I jumped down, I ran up the staircase. And when I went up the stairs, I saw a piece of bedrock that was weirdly placed. But I thought I was just going crazy, and I kept going up. And when I made it to the top, inside the hopper was a redstone repeater and a bedrock block. And the bedrock block was renamed to LOL, you're dumb. So that meant I was not supposed to go in this room. I felt defeated. I felt like this run was completely over. I didn't even want to take it in my inventory. But there had to be something else. I had to have missed something. So I ran down the stairs and I looked around for more clues. I went to the water and I tried to see if there was anything there, but there was nothing. And when I thought all hope was lost, I found a second hopper. And inside that hopper was 2 sticky pistons, 2 slime blocks, 9 redstone dust, 1 redstone comparator, and a hopper. So I took all these items out of the hopper, but I was still confused. I had to get 7 blocks to get out of this room. And in my inventory, I only had 5 blocks that I could place. And even if I could make this redstone dust into a redstone block, it would only be 6 blocks and I would be 1 block short. And I still needed another block to jump over to the other side of the wall outside of the room. So I decided to look around the room a little bit more to see if I missed anything. And then I went back to the piece of bedrock that was oddly placed. And I started to wonder, maybe this wasn't placed oddly. Maybe this was placed on purpose. And then I realized what I could do to escape. I had all the materials I needed to make a human cannon. And these stairs weren't stairs. These blocks were a reference point for where I should put the redstone. So I placed the redstone and the pistons at the exact spots that the stairs showed me. And when I did, I had a slime cannon made. But the thing is, I had nothing to power it. But then I realized I actually did. If I use all the items in my inventory and the items that were in the hopper, we can create a power source. So I climbed to the top of the stairs and I got the lawyer dumb bedrock and the redstone repeater. So now with these items, what I could do is I could place the redstone repeater right here with the comparator right here and the hopper leading into the comparator. And now if I throw the block, it should power both these pistons. But I need to somehow manage to take the lawyer dumb bedrock block outside the trap with me because I still needed it to get into the other room. So if I try and put it in and pull it out, oh my god, that was so close. And already on my first try, I was almost able to escape the room. All I had to do differently was I had to take the block out faster and sprint forward while the cannon was pushing me out. Put it in and put it out. Let's go! And finally, after being stuck in that room, I escaped. escaped. And I was able to escape with the bedrock block. And with this block, I was now able to go to the other room and get the fence. But there was a problem. Once I went in this room, there was no way for me to get out. And again, I was completely stuck. I already placed the bedrock down, so that meant I couldn't go back to the other room because without the piece of bedrock, I can't activate the slime block to get out again. So I tried to find a solution on what to do. And then I realized that there was a chest that was in the other room, but I was able to reach it and get what was inside. And when I opened it, it had a bedrock. So now I was able to go inside the room, grab the fence, and leave with ease. So then I placed the fence above the water and hopped in the water, but I wasn't sure if I should go down because I had no way to get back out. But there was another problem. I couldn't get back to the first room because the glass bottle on the pressure plate despawned. So that means the piston closed up the doorway. But with no other options, I decided to just go down in the water and go to the next room. So when I got to the other side, I saw a chest, and inside that chest was a diamond pickaxe. And this diamond pickaxe was exactly what I needed to break the netherite block. And now all I had to do to escape this prison was find a way to leave this room and find a way to cross the snow path from the beginning of the prison. So I continued moving forward, and there was what looked like a 20 block jump, and it had scaffolding, a chest, and a furnace all the way at the bottom. So I decided to jump down, holding shift and spacebar so I wouldn't take any fall damage. So then I went to open the chest, and all that was inside was 6 raw iron and 2 oak planks, and the furnace was empty. So then I went into the next room, and I saw a diamond sword and a piece of bedrock on 2 item frames. And right next to it was a hole filled with rabbits, and they were all named "Please Don't Kill Me." So I grabbed the diamond sword, and I looked at them, and I decided not to kill them. I'm just kidding. I took out their entire family tree. Then I took the piece of bedrock out of the item frame, and then behind me was a crafting table, and I had no idea what to use this for, so I just decided to take it with me. And the only way out of this hole was to place the bedrock. So I placed the bedrock and went back to the second room. But now I was stuck. I had no way to get out of the hole. I estimated me to be 20 blocks down. So I needed a way to make 20 blocks out of 2 oak planks, 6 iron ingots, a crafting table, a furnace, and a chest. So I decided I should start smelting my iron. But the only items I had to smelt was 2 oak planks and a crafting table. And I didn't want to waste my crafting table because maybe I could craft something with the iron. So I used my oak planks, but I knew this wouldn't be enough. So I tried to think of what I could use. And then I realized I could use a chest. So I grabbed the chest and put it in the furnace. But the problem was it didn't look like the chest was going to be enough for the 3 iron that was left. So I had to think fast because the flame was about to die. And I looked around and I realized that I could use a scaffolding. And last second I put in the scaffolding. And luckily the 2 scaffolding was just enough to smelt all of the iron. So I grabbed the 6 iron and tried to think what I could do to escape. So I placed down my crafting table and just looked through the recipes that I can craft. And while I was looking through it, I found out that we can craft 16 iron bars. So now we were able to escape the hole. And before I left, I tried to think of how I was going to get back into the main room because the main room had a 1x1 block hole and I had no water or any way to crawl. So I decided I was going to look around for some clues. But while I was searching, I decided to pick up the crafting table and the furnace. And underneath the furnace was a hopper. And in this hopper was a boat. So that meant I was able to get back into the main room. So I used the 16 iron bars to escape the hole and I had exactly enough to do so. Then I kind of glitched my way through the 1x1 hole because the boat was just not fitting. But I managed to get underneath the water and I escaped the room. Then with my diamond pickaxe, I mined the netherite block and all that I had to do now was get past this powdered snow path. So again, I placed down my crafting table and tried to see what I can craft. And then I realized with my rabbit hide, I can craft leather. So I crafted 4 pieces of leather and now I was able to make leather boots. And with leather boots, you're able to walk above powdered snow. And just like that, we escaped the prison. Please subscribe. Okay, bye.